Hey, I'm back. Oh, it's called Atari Flashback Classics. Okay. Anyways, I got, real quick, it's called GameStop Follies because when I bought the Atari Flashback disc, both Volume 1 and 2, we ended up going from English to Russian to Spanish to German to a hybrid of all three accents. And that's the employee's Mike, spells it with a Y, and the other employee, Madison, and then of course the employees I didn't see today. I can't name all the employees. I guess like Alex and Sarah and stuff. They weren't there today. So this is in Las Vegas. This is the Meadows Mall GameStop. And yeah, it's GameStop Follies because we were just being absolutely silly. Everything from the last time I was there, Mike was trying to. What was he trying to do? He's like up there, and there's like the slant wall or whatever it's called is like warped, and he's like falling over himself on a ladder. All right. With these games here, it's essentially not anything different than what I have. I have Atari Flashback 1, 2, 3. I think I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. And Television Flashback, ColecoVision Flashback, which was featured in a previous episode of this channel. I might put the link at the bottom. Okay. Let's see, I was making fun of Tempest with Madison, so let's try Tempest. I know this isn't the best version. I wonder how I actually get out of the game once the game is started here. Oh, that looks awful. Overall, while this is going on, I wanted to talk about insert coins. Now, see, I'm trying to keep a kind of a Vegas flavor here, and I got shot. What? I'm trying to keep a Vegas flavor here, and about insert coins. Was it insert coin or insert coins? Anyways, it was run by a figure, Chris Laporte, featured in the movie 100 Yen. 100 yen can be purchased from GOG.com. What's going on here? Why am I dying? I can't really see the bullets here, so... This is like a prototype, isn't it? I think this is a prototype. Alright. Okay, no, that didn't do anything. No, here. Okay, go to the main menu. So, with Chris Laporte, I don't know him. So I don't have anything. Oh, here's Tempest. If Madison's watching or whatever, I mean, here's Tempest. We tried the other Tempest. Here's the Tempest. Tempest. But I have to say, the few times I tried to visit the place, I never got it. Reason, parking. That's the number one reason. Parking. Downtown is not the place for an arcade. This stupid, dumbass revival by local politicians saying that we need to revive downtown. I'm sorry, I'll go to downtown Summerlin. I'll go to downtown Henderson. I will not go to downtown Las Vegas. It's this yucky place that I pass through when I drive on the freeway to get to the Alternate Reality Comics or Zia Records on the east side of town. I wouldn't go to downtown ever unless I have business at City Hall or some relatives stayed at a hotel downtown. Which, I don't have control of that. They might have got a group rate or something like that. So, other than that, though, I usually put my relatives up at the Suncoast or the Red Rock because it's right next to the house. So that I feel location, terrible location. Also, the games available. I probably carry the games on my 3DS, PSP, PS Vita, my Atari, not Atari. Yeah, the Atari Neo Geo X, the Neo Geo X, which is not a very good portable. And oh, by the way, is anyone notice if the volume is good or not? Okay, so I'm not seriously playing, folks. So just kind of remember that. And without finding parking, how am I supposed to go in? I'm not going to go validate my parking or anything like that. So to me, there was no parking for the business. Now, I have seen inside the business, and I have to say that I think things were done really wrong. The bar aspect, this whole barcade thing that's been 2 years dead by now, maybe 3. Yeah, no. I mean, maybe it works in like a big city like LA or whatever, but Las Vegas, ignore the population from the census. Las Vegas and the surrounding area die already. Is still a small town. It's a small podunk cowboy town. It's always been like that. I say that actually as a compliment because that's what I like is the small town feeling. Everyone goes to the Meadows Mall. Everyone goes to the stores at the Summerlin Mall now. Everyone goes to the same Best Buys. Everyone goes to the same Barnes & Noble. That's what makes it a small town trapped inside of a big city. People forget about that when they move to Las Vegas. I don't know if he grew up here. From what I'm going on in 100 yen, maybe he didn't. Again, but there's a certain panache. There's people who are born here, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, have a different understanding than people who moved here as children, to people who moved here as teens, to people who moved here as adults. Everyone has a real different way of being a local. And a true local doesn't go around and wear it on their sleeve unless they're pushed. I mean, it's like, oh, well, is Las Vegas a racist town? They don't say anything bad about Chinks, Gooks, Mix, Kraus, or any other racial slur that I'm forgetting. Well, no. What we don't like are people who come in here and try to change Las Vegas to some kind of where cultural exchange means playing the violin. We have a culture here. It's sawdust joints and kind of minding our own business and stuff like that. And if you don't like it, Las Vegas is not the town for you. Now, I've seen Las Vegas do this to the majority of people who move here who can't assimilate into Las Vegas. It will chew up and spit out multiple times anybody who cannot survive in this town. This town is one of the most brutal towns a person can move into. It's not family friendly by far. It has the impression that, oh, it could be, but no, it actually is not family friendly. It is mean. And as someone who ran 3 businesses in the Las Vegas area and have a number of friends who have ran businesses and managed businesses, everyone has been spit out, chewed up and spit out by this town. But people who grew up here, who are born here, who live most of their lives here, they don't actually see this, and that's how they weather the storms. So with insert coins, was it trying to assimilate to Vegas culture? Because, before we have had spectacular arcades here. It was not a spectacular arcade by the Vegas scene. It should have been built by the college. And then he could have had a location in downtown. That would have been my suggestion if I ever met him or anything. Just a friendly suggestion from a person who has business ownership experience in Las Vegas to, someone opening a business in Las Vegas. Definitely open up near the UNLV. Since Mary Kay's closed, a lot of people I know don't know what Mary Kay's is. Mary Kay's was this like really groovy arcade that used to be here in Las Vegas, and it was in the commercial center that's near Maryland Parkway and Sahara, but it was actually between Paradise and Sahara, like smack dab in the middle. But that's where all the college kids used to go to when we wanted to play video games. We all went to Mary Kay's. And Mary Kay's closed for a number of reasons, and I'm not here to talk about that. I'm just here to... The other thing with insert coins is the whole bar thing. Nah, come on. Take a notion from Japanese arcades. Chris Laporte is in the credits for 100 yen, so it appears to me that he knows how the Japanese scene is. And yes, politics plays a big reason on why Las Vegas arcades have diminished, completely disappeared, except for a token few timeouts in, like, you know, local casinos and stuff like that. There's an amusement tax. You have to pay $70 total every year. You pay $35 in the first half of the calendar year and $35 for the second half of the calendar year. Per machine. And if this tax is not met, and I understand some people are saying, well, we can circumvent it and stuff like that. Don't circumvent it, because you're just going to get in trouble. It will be found out. The county always finds out here. That's what I've learned. And, well, I'm off to a great start here. So, yeah, don't is my opinion. Don't try to gyp the county or anything. Because they just find out. They always do. That's the way Las Vegas is. Somehow the politicians find out. I wish they were as dumb as we can perceive them, but if you ever watched the movie Casino, look what Pat Webb did to Rothstein. Based on a true story. The character Pat, I'm not going to use their real name. Just go see the movie Casino, and that Casino really nails down the local flavor. That and Corvette Summer. And if you really want to see local flavor, watch Las Vegas Story from the 50s. Bugsy does it too, to a degree. Movies that don't have any local flavors, the Ocean's movies, that's just some guy's fantasy. I'm not saying they're bad movies or anything like this. Third one, no, I take that back. Ocean's 13, yeah, that's a nice local flavor about it. So that's my thing. I believe that insert coins could have succeeded, maybe by, you know, just focusing on being solely an arcade for the sake of being an arcade. That's a guess. I really do think it's just downtown was not the place to have that kind of business. That's all. So again, I'll say for last time, I don't have anything against Mr. Chris Laporte in any way, shape, or form, or Leo Laporte for that matter. He's on Twit. That's twit.tv. You know, I would love to see Mr. Chris Laporte come roaring back, maybe closer to UNLV. So the college students have a video game arcade that they can call home. Woohoo, woohoo. Did you hear that? I heard that. I totally heard that. What would be honking its horn? Is the PS4 honking the horn? Did someone just text me? Did anyone else hear a horn honking? I swear I did. Maybe I'm crazy. So what else was I? Oh yeah. So yeah. Just to reiterate, mainly because I forgot what I was talking about because of the horn honking. I would just love it if he came back and had it for the students. That's what I think works. If it works for alternate reality comics and Zia Records being close in proximity to UNLV, it will. Wow. I was in awe of something. That's why I crashed. It will work for Insert Coin's Resurrection if you wanted to try it again. I don't know anything else about him. So here's the best wishing and caviar dreams and all that Robin Leach stuff. There's also a Las Vegas local now, and so is Britney Spears. If you're wondering about like celebrities and stuff, I've seen him here and there. It's no big deal. Let's see, who have I seen the most? Steve McCoy, I think. I really don't care for him in any way, shape, or form. I know people, DJs and stuff, say it's hard work, stuff like that, but I find being a DJ about the same I find being a YouTuber. Take that for what it's worth. It's just my perception of it. That's all. It has nothing to do with whether I have knowledge or whatever. Let's see, who else? I've seen Teller drive around town. Any other celebrities? For a while, I kept running in a Carrot Top. I'm not exactly sure why, but I was. Oh, come on! I showed that thing. For whatever reason, it's a little bull. For some reason, I kept running into Carrot Top. That has come to pass. Local politicians and stuff, whatever. I run into them all the time. Come on. So, actually, no. I want to go to the main menu. So, moving on from this topic, let's go to the next topic. Is it just me? Or, well, here's a game I own in the XEGS. Let's see if I'm any good at it. Is it just me, or have... I can tell it's isometric, but, is it really? Wait, what am I doing here? Is this a shooter? I think this is a shooter. Okay. I have all the power of the PS4, and I'm playing this. What? Why did I crash? Come on, birdie. Do something. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to bother here. So... do you know I can control the ball, apparently. Okay, so that's probably what would happen in a real bowling alley. I need to not do that. What was I talking about? Oh, about the NES Mini. I think it's the first time that I can recall in a long time where people are basically, and I've seen this in Amazon comments about it, people are like, we're going to wait this out. Now, I'm importing a Famicom Classic Mini from Japan, but to me that's worth double the price, okay? Or, well, it's a little more than double. But to me that's worth it because it's an import. I'm familiar with this. I paid over $110 a long time ago for X-Men vs. Street Fighter on the Sega Saturn with the RAM cartridge and everything. Then I ended up paying like $60 to $80 at the time for just a international key. If you don't know what that was, is this cartridge that goes... well, if I had a Game Shark, I could have just put in a Game Shark code, but there was this cartridge that went into the it went into the Sega Saturn slot. There's that slot joke again, Madison. And it goes into, what does it do from there? So it goes into the slot, and then I had to quickly swap it out before the game started with the RAM cartridge, the 4 megabyte RAM cartridge. Yeah, 4 megabytes. For the Saturn game to play. And, yeah, I actually have one of those RAM cards, and it's like trashed beyond belief. I don't know what did that to it. So it's okay for the Famicom Mini to be almost $200 because it is an import. There's some games shared across the region here. Not okay is, I've seen, I was going on eBay and Amazon, and there's another website I went to, I don't remember now, where the Famicom, the NES Mini, the American NES Mini was super high priced. Why? No, there's no reason for that. And shame on Nintendo for not having a billion of these manufactured. I'm not claiming I know how to run the business, but I do know this much from running a business. You gotta have the damn product. I mean, ridiculous. It's not like this is something sophisticated or whatever. I mean, it's no better than an Atari Flashback. Okay, I take that back. In quality, yeah, okay, it is better than an Atari Flashback. No pun intended for what I'm playing on right now. But absolutely that, yeah, I mean, shame on Nintendo for not having enough. So, in a way, me buying the Famicom Mini is a what we call in politics a protest vote. And yes, Nintendo makes my money either way. And then whoever the import-export house, PlayAsia.com, I am not sponsored by them, but I am giving them a plug. That's www.pla-asia.com. Me being an anime freak, I also used to use JBox, and they had a different site. I used to subscribe to Phonebook Manga. And I used to actually subscribe to Arcadia, and I had to stop. And once I start working back in the video game industry, I'm going to subscribe to Arcadia again. But I'm glad people are taking a stand against the scalpers. I truly do not believe the NES Mini is worth more than $60. $80 is fudging it. And that's only under extreme circumstances, but I don't believe it's more than $60 before tax. I'm going to point something out. I could essentially buy a Wii. I can find one at a thrift store for about $40 with all the parts. And whatever games I'm looking for, I can play it on the Wii, buying it over the Wii Shop channel. I'm just pointing that out. I can, and if I already have the system, or if I already have a Wii or a Wii U, $60, and we're talking just the NES collection on either. $60 is that ain't no thing. I mean, seriously, it's not. That's weird. I'm not here to review this game. So, yeah, these flashback collections are pretty cool. I mean, I already have the other flashbacks, but this is like HDMI, yeah. I've already played these in HDMI on what was that, Microsoft Arcade or whatever. Does anyone remember that program? It was like this arcade where the machines would like fall down and stuff. I bought a bunch of games for it. I don't really play it because it's kind of inconvenient to access. But yeah. This is what totally reminds me of that. Slow down. This is actually better quality. The other one does the online ranking thing. So, let me just take that scenario. Someone goes and buys, well, not goes and buys, someone dusts off their old Wii. And there are actually adapters and controllers available. So if they have a Wii with the GameCube slots, Cliff Racer, I don't know if they're still in business anymore, and there's this guy in Canada, and he can like go ahead and totally make controller adapters for any controller. So if they just want NES, and they can buy an NES controller, a genuine one online. Or what if they have an NES, okay? What if they have an NES and they want to go ahead and use the original NES controller? That's the scenario I'm in. Say this is primitive is, well, it is, but it's funny. Now, I did buy these adapters already, so let's assume, under my scenario, I have all this stuff. Well, let's say I didn't buy any Virtual Console games. Okay. This is the real deal, according to AVGN. All right. So, if I did do that, $60 would be 30 games. 5 divided by 60, is that? No, that can't be. That's 12 games, right? Okay, so I get half the games. No, below half. Supposed to have 30 games, right? But what would I buy? Castlevania 1, 2, and 3, Final Fantasy, Punch-Out, Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3, Double Dragon 1 and 2. You know, I'm just saying. Ugh, this game's awful. No, I kind of went in. Oh, you want to see something? The characters from Pong are I don't even know what I'm doing here. And again, quoting AVGN. What is this Sprint Master? Oh, this game. Yeah, this game. I just suck at it. There's a difference here. Yeah, no, I don't like that game. What was... Yeah, so, if they just wanted 12 games, okay? You know, we already know that 6 of the games will be Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. Wait, who am I? I don't know who I am. 6 of the games will be Castlevania 1, 2, and 3. And, Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, and 3. Zelda 1 and 2 makes that 8. Double Dragon 1 and 2 makes that 10. And, you know, then we can get Kirby and Final Fantasy. There's 12. That's not too bad. So that's just my thing about it. But no, if people don't want to do that, they want the NES Classic. So yeah, shame on Nintendo. That one really needs a trackball controller. Now, about digital video services, I don't know if anyone's touched on this. With digital video services, like, besides Netflix, YouTube's free, Netflix, Hulu, Crunchyroll, and I say try to find what you like. And I'm serious about it. Okay, I can't do these warlords the way the controls are. So, what do I recommend? This is what I recommend. I've never been good at Pong. I recommend Netflix and Hulu. Get the $12 packages, but you don't have to, I guess, if you don't live with a big family or something. I like to pay the $12 on Hulu because I don't like commercials. That's all. Crackle is free, but they have a lot of commercials, and a lot of the same commercials. That's what harms Crackle. Funimation has a service, Crunchyroll has a service, and there's also tons of anime on Hulu and Netflix. And Crackle, if you're willing to sit through the commercials. I'm not really into so-called Korean drama. Is it stuck in an infinite loop? Yes, it is. And it will never get out of that. I've seen that happen before. Oh, I remember this game. And I recommend also HBO Now. That's $15 a month. Showtime. I was paying $11 a month for Showtime, but I believe it can be added on to Hulu for less than that, and so forth and so on. I have no idea what I'm doing here. Oh, I see. It's like the reverse of Warlords. Okay, I don't care. And there we go. So, what is this? Colorful asteroids? Asteroids in color! So, Showtime, HBO Now, Hulu, Netflix, and I still pay less than cable. Crunchyroll. What happened was there was just too much to watch. So, after a while, I just decided on just Netflix and Hulu because they both don't have everything I'm looking for. If I get both of them, though, yeah. If I get both of them, though, I can, oh, if I've done an arcade and I was playing these and that happened, I would just walk away. Okay. Last but not least, about GameStop. If GameStop had employees the way Alex has them at the Meadows Mall, GameStop, people wouldn't be going around calling them GameStopo. I mean, or other derogatory things. And I do think that what Pat Danny S. Punk addresses about it is completely correct. I mean, a lot of people go to GameStop and they feel that this is not the game I was thinking of. A lot of people go to GameStop and they feel ripped off or whatever. Even who is it? I can't remember. Gamefly even made fun of that in some of their commercials. And they showed these people like trashing their houses and stuff. And you know, it's hard to get away from something negative like that. Now, there used to be EB Games. Well, they bought EB Games, and GameStop was originally Funko Land. From what I've read, they're still under the control, to a large degree, of Barnes & Noble. But even though they have like a public offering and stuff like that, that's more than doable in a modern way of corporate governance. I could set up an incorporation, take it public, and I can have 50 different stock products available to buy for investors. It's pretty neat. So if more of them had that electronics boutique holdover, whatever happened to Elbow the dog? That was their mascot for the chain. Electronics boutique had like the best catalogs, and everything that was in the catalog can be found at the store. But a lot of GameStops I've been into, and this one is not. The Meadows Mall store is like just above and beyond of what it should be. That's where I got this game, actually. Well, not this specific game, I mean this retro collection. But it goes above and beyond. I can't speak for a lot of other GameStops, but other GameStops I've been in, I've seen people like even badmouth other GameStops. Hey, what's going on? Whee! Did I do something wrong? What am I doing wrong here? I don't know. Oh, okay. Well, whatever I'm doing wrong is wrong. I was just thinking it was going to be like Excite Bike or something like that. And, is this the one where Nerd says the batter's naked? Is that the... No, it can't be. Well, there's this game he says the batter's naked. It can't be this one. Strike. What? Wow, that's kind of an awkward control. Okay. Well, are you gonna pitch it or what? Moron. They're just helpful, they're goofy, they're silly. It all works out. But the one GameStop I've been to, I got an argument about 4 years ago at a particular GameStop. This person treated me like dog shit because I wanted to get some Wii U games. You don't do that. Couldn't answer questions. I mean, it was absolutely amazing. I had to actually call GameStop, and a person on their customer service number actually sided with me because there should be no reason for that negative attitude. Something that EB Games encouraged, and I have not seen at GameStop, was for employees to like wear suits and stuff like that. I have absolutely no. Oh wow. Okay, that's why I'd rather play something more modern. What is up with these? These are useless. I'm not going to play Yar's Revenge. What I think could help GameStop overall as a company is maybe perhaps only being in shopping malls. And, how much are they really making off used games? Okay, before you think what I'm getting at, I'll get it. I'll tell you what I'm talking about. Used games. Wow. I'm going to be honest here. I've never played Yar's Revenge before. I played YR Kung Fu. Does that count? And, wow, okay, this game's like made me speechless and how it's actually good, but I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so that colorful ribbon, I guess I don't... What, do I shoot you? No, I don't shoot you? I don't know. What happened? I don't know what happened. But, being in the mall and not having used games could return GameStop to extreme profitability. Now, I know everything's going digital. Well, not everyone has a credit card. You see where I'm coming from? Not everyone has a credit card. And, they could sell digital vouchers. And that's where they can make their money. So someone just goes and downloads. And that would be my best advice. Because if I take a game in there, and even if they give me $5, they're still out $5. Now, what if somebody brings in all kinds of things to trade in? You know, they're out the money. This is what happened when I worked at a video game store. It's like, it makes me wonder about Zia Records to a large degree. It's like, how do they make money? What am I supposed to do? Get rid of his barricade. Okay. Ooh, diagonal. Cool. Because I remember on paper, with all the exchanges, trade-ins, everything, store credit use, it says that we made $26,000 this one particular day. And truth be told, no, we did not. We made maybe $180 in actual cash. It's credit card and cash. Actual cash transactions. No offense to Howard Scott Warshaw at all, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing there. So, wait, what is this? This is Super Football, and this is Real Sports Football? No. Soccer? Alright, I'll give soccer a shot. This is no FIFA. Yeah, I scored, right? Oh, I made an own goal. Wasn't paying attention there. Alright. Is this automatically a two-player game? I guess it is. Alright. Woohoo! I think I just killed him. This is like a Game & Watch game. So that's all it is with that's all it is with GameStop. It's just they have to be able to make some kind of money somewhere, and the idea is, you know, will the used games sell? Well, that's kind of why games are going to be headed towards a mini crash. This is healthy. This is not like a crash like people describe the crash of '84, which did not happen in '83. Everyone got it wrong, all because Wikipedia put up the wrong date many moons ago. It was 1984. It crashed in spring of '84 because of unsold inventory all throughout 1983. But that does not lead to the crash. You know, it's amazing how wrong so many, especially on Wikipedia, how wrong so many things are. It's positively amazing. So, the flights. Oh, okay, I understand completely. Okay, so coffeeforbinky@gmail.com if you have any questions. Again, the last special shout out to the GameStop at the Meadows Mall for extreme goofiness that involved multiple country accents, and especially to Mike and Madison for just overall entertaining me in the afternoon, and especially Mike for his antics. The man is a comedy showcase. So coffeeforbinky@gmail.com. Any money given to the Patreon is especially appreciated, $1 to $5. I don't want people going above that. And I'm actually enjoying myself with this game.